Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to showcase something a little bit different from the usual. As you guys know, I try not to show EDC items that have been discontinued for a long time. If they were recently discontinued, that's a different story. And I try not to show EDC items which are expensive, because let's face it, most of us are on a budget and it seems inflation is just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse as we get older. Today, this is going to be the exception to that rule regarding expensive EDC items. We're going to take a look at the James brand, and yes, that's the name of the company, the James brand, and specifically we're going to take a look at the Ellis. Now, the Ellis is available in a bunch of different handle materials and a couple of different blade finishes. This is not a tactical folder. This could best be described as a gentleman's large pocket knife. So here we see the box, and if we take a look at this side, you do get a bit of fancy packaging. Now that thing on top with the neon green, yes, I know neon green is not normally something you'd associate with a gentleman. That's part of the carry case for this rather large gentleman's pocket knife. Okay, let's just remove the sleeve. There you go. A beautiful wooden cutout with the knife inside, and here's the felt sleeve for it. Company's logo, the James brand. It's a nicely made felt sleeve, and you're going to definitely want to use this if you plan on carrying the knife in your pocket. Let's take a look at it. All right. Now, it doesn't come with a pocket carry clip. You do get a large shackle, ironically reminiscent of military knives from the First World War, maybe even a bit earlier. So you do get a nice shiny stainless steel shackle. You can get that out of the way, and this is not a pry bar. It's way too stout and short and thick for that. This is basically a scraper. This is a scraper. Not really something you would expect a gentleman to use his pocket knife for, but there you go, you've got a scraper. Now what makes this an interesting design is that although it looks like a slip joint, it's not. It actually has dual locking rocker lock mechanisms on top, and yes, they do protrude. Now there's primarily two tools. You get a partially serrated folding knife, and again, locks into place. So there is that bit of safety. Now there is a version that's made with G10 for a bit of a rough grip. That one doesn't look very gentlemanly. This is black aluminum, and the aluminum does come in multiple colors, but this particular one, which I have, is black aluminum. Now, this is very smooth, and an even bigger problem, as you can see here, there's really no guard, no protrusion that lets you feel if your fingers are getting a little too close to that serrated edge when you're holding the knife. Mirror polished blades, as usual, specs in the description box below. But the problem with this is that when you're using the knife, you have to be very careful, because even going a tiny bit, there's no finger choil, there's no protrusion, there's no guard. I mean, I'll give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. I'm sure you guys remember this fellow. As you can see, there's a nice protrusion down here, so when you grab the knife, you can feel if you're about to go up onto that blade. That's a nice little safety feature there, a nice lower protrusion. A finger choil, which this knife also doesn't have, is also a safety feature. But with the protrusion, that helps, and it's enough. On this one, no protrusion, no finger choil. Not good. Okay, let me just fold this down. And the other main tool you have, and these are not one-handed opening tools, you have to use two hands. You have a small pry bar, small screwdriver, and of course bottle opener. And this one also locks open because it's two separate locking mechanisms. And actually, that's all you get. That's the entire tool. So, do I recommend this tool? Well, the James brand is one of those companies where, first of all, I don't have a single bad word to say about the guys running it, but it's one of those companies you look at when you want to buy something a bit nice, a bit expensive for someone else. Yeah, we've all heard the old saying, I'd never buy that myself, but I wouldn't mind if someone else bought that for me. And that's the James brand. Some of their items really are overpriced for what you get, especially their carabiners. I'm sorry, but they are. And some of their other items are very nice, but they're the sort of nice where it's great to get them as a gift, or it's great to gift them to other people, but a little bit too expensive and not really something most people would buy for themselves. And I'm sorry to say that, but it's true. There is a bit of pretentiousness about the brand, not a whole lot, but a bit, and a lot of their items really are over the price. I'm sorry, a lot of their items really are overpriced. I'm sorry, but they are. I mean, if you're looking for something to gift to someone that's a little expensive, a little pretentious, but nice, I mean, no problem, no complaints about the quality of construction, check out the James brand. They make really nice items that people would like to get as gifts. That's really pretty much everything. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.